Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Mighty Oak. So it's about music, and a girl and her brother, I believe, are in a band or something like that. And the brother dies. He's the vocalist, and he dies. And then 10 years later, she's still out making music, and she runs into this guitar prodigy who is really good, and she's convinced that it's her brother being reincarnated. That's all I get from IMDb. It has a 5.1 rating, but only 60 people have viewed it so far. So that's fantastic that it's only 60. So we're going to be 61 here. I don't really recognize any names of people in it, and that's okay. So I'll get into it, find out what it's really about, see if there's anybody in it that I know, and give you an update. And then ultimately, I'll let you know what I think. So low viewage on this one, 60. I like them like that because I like being early to the game, and we'll see what happens here. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Mighty Oak. No check-ins again tonight. And I'll tell you why. So, you know, the movie's what it says. So the I don't know when it happens, but this band had a lead singer, and the sister of the lead singer was the manager, and they were their only family, brother and sister. Well, he dies in a car accident, as we know, and 10 years later, you know, the band's broken up, of course, and this kid comes onto the scene, and the kid gets a hold of the old lead singer's guitar, and so they all kind of get back together, connect a little bit. And she sees him play and sees his mannerisms and so on and so forth. And then she starts to think, wow, this is her brother reincarnated. Again, that's over here. So she goes as far as to, like, let's get the band back together. Let's get them playing. She'll be the manager. Meanwhile, the kid has a mother who has some problems, some drug problems and things like that. So she's also kind of becoming a little bit of a mother figure for him. Whatever, but the whole thing is the whole premise is she really believes that it's her brother reincarnated in this 10-year-old kid, and everybody else thinks she's crazy because, you know, ever since he died, she of course went over the deep end, and she's had some problems herself. So that's what the whole movie's about. I went into it thinking, and looking at the cover as I see it now, like it would be a grungy, gritty rock band, you know, movie. It's not. It's almost a kids type movie. I was trying to check it out, see, I think they said the S word a couple of times. That's as far as it went. So I don't know what the rating would be on that. I guess at least PG-13. And the quality it's a step up from like a Lifetime Hallmark type film. Now, That's So Raven is in this. That's the only actress only actor that I noticed in this whole movie that I recognize. So the acting's not great. Storyline's kind of okay. I think the storyline is okay in the fact that it kind of gets to you a little bit, as how much she thinks he's reincarnated and everybody doesn't. They really lay that on thick. They don't do a great job of developing. They develop her with Pedro, who's another member of the band, so that relationship, but not her with the kid as much as I think they should have. Specifically the route that they took the movie. So I think they didn't do a great job there. As I said, the acting was okay. The grandparents, not great actors. You know, so the kid was okay. My other problem is, so she gets the band back together, and she uses the kid as the front band. The lead, right, and or the front man, and the kid's good. You know, the kid can play a really good guitar, and he knows all the words to all the songs, but he's a 10-year-old kid who hasn't hit puberty yet, so he sings like a kid, and it's like, okay, I just, you know, I don't see the attraction there. I mean, I'm sure when this kid hits puberty and maybe he can sing then, it'd be entertaining. At this point, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's a stretch from what they tried to make happen. But that's just me. I did like what they did at the end, you know. I'll be honest, I got a little bit of chills. That was cool. didn't totally I didn't connect the dots on that one right away. So if you do watch it, we'll see what you think about that. And I'm not spoiling it for you, but some of it was kind of neat what they did. But there you go. That's what I got. Only, what did I say, 60 people viewed it. We're 61. I wouldn't say it's kid friendly. That was the only thing I was teetering on. Is this a movie you can watch with your kids? Maybe 13-year-old kids might enjoy it, but he's 10-year-old, so it's kind of, I don't know. There's some drinking involved, and stuff like that. So anyway, so I wouldn't recommend, but it's kind of close to being a kid movie, a made-for-kid movie. So that's where you're at. So I know I wouldn't watch it with my kids, but when you watch it, it feels like it's meant for kids, but there's things in it that I wouldn't want my kids to see. You know what I mean? And then the quality of the movie. So there you go. I think I've hit every point that I wanted to hit on this one. Hopefully that's helpful. I'm probably in a 5 range on it, and when you see the cover of I think the cover looks good. The cover looks like a lot of different rock band type movies. I mean, not like Queen and Rocket Man or Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man, but I can't. I forget the other movie that I want to. Anyway, I'm gonna forget it and probably check back in later. Anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you watch it, leave me some comments. What were your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And continue to tell all your friends. And then continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Hopefully this was helpful. I apologize if it wasn't. Interesting film. See ya. Anyway, I realized the movie, I'll try and get this back in here. The other movie that I'm thinking of, when you see this poster, it makes me think of Almost Famous. So if you've seen that was a really good film. I enjoyed that. It's got a little kid aspect to it, sort of. He's more of a teenager, but it's nothing like that. So there you go. So hopefully that was helpful. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button, drop me some comments, tell all your friends, and continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.